Welcome back to another adventure. In this video, me, Backcountry Base, and his nephew take a weekend-long adventure right after Christmas to explore Canyonlands and Arches National Parks, along with everything in between. So tag along, it's going to be a great adventure. After a long drive, we finally reached Moab, Utah, and our first stop was the Grand Staff Trail to let the dogs out and stretch our legs. A very quick 4 miles in total hike to a natural arch in the mountainside. In the middle of December, right after Christmas. So I guess it's at the end of December, right after Christmas. Me, Backcountry Base, and his nephew are out towards Canyonlands and Arches National Parks, taking in the view. We're camping tonight, have an Airbnb set up for tomorrow night, going home Sunday. We're gonna enjoy everything we can out here, spur of the moment trip. But man, is it looking like it's gonna be a great one. So let's go. That's pretty freaking sweet, dude. Yeah, so far, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. This is really nice. This is still Utah. This is still freaking awesome. Once we reached the point where we could see the arch, we took a nice break and decided that was good enough. It was getting late, the dogs should be satisfied, plus we should get our campsite set up before it gets dark. So that was a fun, short 2.4 mile hike. We're just heading back. The destination was that little archway back there, but we just decided to get to as close as we could to see it. And now we're gonna head on back, find our camp spot, get that all set up, maybe make some dinner or some lunch, whatever, and figure out what else to do for the rest of the night. Hopefully the weather continues to hold up the way it's been. Be having a great old time. Isn't that just a spectacular freaking background? That's crazy. Can't say you see that every day. So this is where we're camping for the night. Dead Horse Point, right?
Yeah, Dead Horse State Park.
Dead Horse Point State Park. Bracken's all set up right here. I'm set up just over there in that campsite. So we got camp all set up. There's trails right off the campground. So we're just taking one of these trails real quick. It's a beautiful evening. Looks like the views are just about to open up. So the only downside is, like City of Rocks, there's a bunch of cacti. So definitely, if you come down this way, keep in mind you want to keep your dog on trail and not go off trail very much, because there's quite a bit. This is super cool. Come on, dude. Freaking wow. Freaking wow. Good God. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh my God. What in there? Go ahead. It's so pretty. Careful. Here, hold on. Hold on. Come here, now. Yeah, we're gonna keep you on leash. Because... goodness me, bro. Holy shit. I don't get spooked by heights very often, but especially with this little freaking crazy dig. Ah, this is wild, dude. I don't think you understand how crazy this is. It's pretty cool though. Oh my gosh. Man, like, look at that shit. Well, that is a pretty freaking cool spot. And as you can see, that's a gorgeous sunset behind us. It's starting to get a little windy and chilly though, so we're gonna make our way back to camp, especially before it gets dark, so we don't have to check through all the cacti in the dark. But definitely gonna keep an eye on that sunset and see how it goes. That was a really cool spot though. A really freaking cool spot. Dude, oh my god. So we're just chilling around the fire, enjoying it. It's a beautiful night. It turned out really well. Dude. Good job. You know what?
Keep recording that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in
That's
there.
making the final cut. I want to see if we can hear that audio.
After a cold and windy night, we packed up our camp early, stopped at the visitor center for a quick snack. And while we were checking out the viewpoint, Bucky decided to give us a good scare by hopping on top of the rock wall. Yeah, Bucky, that would not be a freaking fun drop, jackass. But off in the distance, you can actually see parts of Arches National Park, Our first stop for the day was Canyonlands National Park. The views here were spectacular, though we didn't stick around long because this national park was actually quite strict on their rules with dogs. We had to leave them in the car the whole time, which was quite disappointing to me. On top of it being a chilly and windy morning, though it was definitely still worth the stop, it is somewhere I'd love to revisit someday. In between the two national parks, we stopped at Potash Road for another short but great hike through this beautiful rock canyon. The landscapes here are just breathtaking. The footage just doesn't do it quite justice. You can just imagine the years and centuries of wind and water erosion that created these spectacular rocks. So we started day 2 off going to Canyonlands. That was really cool, very vast and open. We're on a trail right now on Potash Road. Beautiful trail, beautiful area. Look at that view behind me, that is insane. We're only going about a mile and a half in, mile and a half back. Shouldn't be too bad. It's been a beautiful day. Let's get day 2 done and over with. you ever want to feel so small, come to Moab. Trying to kill this wolf. I swear sometimes he is. On the way to Arches after the hike, there was this massive rock wall with petroglyphs all along the side of it. They were hard to see at first, but once you saw some, they'd almost just appear, scattered all across the mountainside. Finally reaching Arches National Park, this was one of my favorite stops of the trip. The gorgeous, massive rock wall cliffs, sandstone pillars, and natural arches, on top of parts of the 2003 Hulk movie were filmed in Arches National Park and the surrounding areas. And as a massive Hulk fan and Marvel fan, that was pretty cool to me, especially because that was the movie that got me into Marvel. Though like every other national park, we could only drive through it because of our dogs, this was still worth the adventure. But even in late December, the amount of people was ridiculous. Wrapping up the day, we rented out an Airbnb, which was a beautiful place right in Moab. Also my first Airbnb experience, which was really cool. Well, we made it to the Trying to talk. We made it to the Airbnb that we're staying at tonight. For how nice this place is, it was pretty cheap. This is pretty cool. It could fit like 8 people. There's 2 beds per room. Bucky, can you chill? There's even TVs in the room. This is so cool. And of course, I'm taking the biggest room, balling out.
I don't know if there's any. Oh, okay. There are towels right here.
Is there towels?
Yeah, they're small. They're all small, like one body part.
Taking the dog for a walk, and it is dark around here. It is super dark. I feel kind of awkward. Well, good morning. We got out of the Airbnb pretty early. It was super nice. So much nicer than a campsite, especially it was a cold night last night. So we're very, very grateful that we had that. But we just stopped at this picnic / campsite area to catch the sunrise, and then we're gonna head on home. So
Colors.
What'd you guys think of the trip?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I'd do it again.
Do it again.
And this is like perfect way to end it right here.
Yeah.
There's no clouds on that one. There's no...
The weather app said sunrise was at 7:34, so very cold. We waited until 8 a.m. when the sun finally peeked over the mountainside. Then made our drive back home. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed this trip. It is by far one of my favorite trips I've been on, and definitely places I would love to revisit. As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, go outside.